but really, really cool stuff. So I'm going to have myself a cup of coffee, or bunna, I should say. But yeah, that was one thing when I left Ethiopia, like I missed the most was the coffee, because over here it's a part of life, you know. It's something that everybody takes part in. You know, in some countries people are tea drinkers, but in Ethiopia it's all about coffee, and they really, really take pride in it. So there's a lot of modern coffee shops. I'll get to show you some of those as well, but then this is like the real traditional way of doing it when coffee was discovered. So coffee was technically, if you read to the history of it, it was discovered in a region called Kaffa, where there's a story about a goat herder who actually used to take his goats out, and one day one of his goats were like kind of eating this bean off of a tree, and that's almost like a berry, because when coffee first starts it looks like a berry. So the goat was eating the bean, and he realized that once the goat would eat the bean, that he would have a lot of energy. His goats would walk for a lot longer and have a lot more, they would be a lot more active. So what he did was then took that berry, the bean per se, and he took that bean and he started using it himself. You know, I think first they started by eating it, and then eventually they started roasting it, and they, you know, one thing led to another. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a major historian of coffee, but I know that that's basically the etymology of it, and eventually, yeah, that's where coffee came from. So